Assalamu alaikum. In today's IGCSE 2 mathematics session, we will start exercise 10b. So we will deal with the right triangles here, as we know that if two sides are given and third side is unknown, then we can apply Pythagoras theorem. But in this exercise, we will be just given with one side and one angle, and we will have to find the third unknown side. Particularly if I talk about the first question, where I am given with a right triangle and I can see that we are given with 67 degrees and we have to find its opposite side. And also the opposite side of the right triangle is given, which is 15 centimeters. So we will see that which trigonometric ratio I can apply over here. I know about sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta. So let's apply the trigonometric ratio over here that fit in this scenario. So you can see that I am given with the opposite and hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse is always named as sine theta, and the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse is always called sine theta. So as I can also write in this form that sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, and I can easily figure out the unknown side A. A is basically the opposite side, and hypotenuse is given, which is 15 centimeters, and the theta means angle is also given, which is sine 67 degrees. So to figure out this angle, I will multiply this 15 on the other side. So to figure out the size of A, I will multiply 15 with sine 67. So how can I use the calculator to figure out this? Let me show you. So you can see I have a calculator, so I will just turn on and then I will put my values. I have 15, then I will multiply it with sine of 67 degrees. So I use this button over here and then I put my angle. So 15 times sine 67 will comes up with 13.807. So I can round off my answer and I can just write it to one decimal place. So the size of A is approximately equals to 13.8 centimeters. So if I talk about the next part, B part, here I have to find the size of B. So B is basically the opposite side of right angle, and this 9.7 centimeter is the opposite side of this angle. So it means here again I can use the sine theta, that is the ratio of perpendicular means opposite and hypotenuse. So I can easily figure out the size of B. So I'm leaving this part for you. You can easily figure out that. Let's proceed to question number 2. We are again given with the right triangles and one dimension and one angle is given, and we have to figure out one side length. So again we will use the trigonometric ratios. So here I am given with the adjacent side of the angle. This is the adjacent of angle 36, and this is definitely the opposite side of right angle, so this is hypotenuse. So to figure out the size of A, I will take the ratio of adjacent and hypotenuse. So this ratio is equal to cos theta, means the ratio of adjacent and hypotenuse is always categorized as cos theta. So I can write cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. I can substitute my values. So cos 36 degrees equals adjacent side is unknown, means A, and hypotenuse is 13.5. So to figure out the size of A here, again I can multiply 13.5 with cos 36. So let's calculate it. I will use the calculator. I will put my values like 13.5 times cos 36. So I will get the size as 10.9. So 10.9 meter is the value of A. So I have one more part over here that I think I should leave for you, where you are given with the right triangle and we have to figure out this hypotenuse and its adjacent side is given. So again you can use the cos and you can easily figure out the size of B. Now let's proceed to the last part, means let's do the question number 3. Find the value of the unknown in each of the following right angle triangle. So this is the first part of it, and I am given with the right triangle again. So I am given with the dimensions, the adjacent and opposite means perpendicular side. So I know the dimension or the ratio between the opposite and adjacent is always categorized as tan theta. So I can say that the ratio of opposite and adjacent is equal to tan theta. To figure out the size of A, I will definitely substitute my values. So theta is 28 and opposite side is A and adjacent side is 14. So we can easily figure out the size of A by multiplying 14 with tan 28. So let's do this here. 14 multiplied by tan 28. We will get 7.4. So the size of A will be 7.4 centimeters. Let's move to next part. So I have one more part for question number 3, but I'm leaving that part for you. I'm moving towards question number 4. In this question, we are given with right triangles, but this time we have two unknowns, A and B. So for each unknown value, I will again use the trigonometric ratios. Like if I take the ratio of the opposite side of the angle and opposite side of the right angle, means the opposite side of the angle will be definitely called as opposite or perpendicular, and the opposite side of the right angle will be called hypotenuse. So if I take the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse, this can be categorized as sine theta. So the angle is 34 degrees, so I can write sine of 34 equals opposite is A and hypotenuse is 12. So to figure out the size of A, I will definitely multiply 12 with sine 34. You can easily figure out by using the calculator. So it's 12 times sine 34. That will be 6.7. That will be 6.7 centimeters. Similarly, for B, I can again use the ratio of adjacent and hypotenuse. So the ratio of adjacent and hypotenuse is always categorized as cos theta. So I'm leaving the remaining portion of part A for you, so you can easily figure out the size of B, means the size of adjacent side. Similarly, I have some parts like B, C and some other parts, so you can easily calculate, and I'm leaving these for your practice. Please do it as your home task. So thank you so much. This was all for today's class.